Shadow Realm, I'm
Oops,
sentencing you to River Drift.
Oops, all River Drift.
Man, what is this luck here? Like, I feel like nobody gets good luck on this map. Okay,
Okay, that's a
a
better
lot
hand.
better.
Overlord carries that by a lot, but yeah, that opening hand was absolutely
Yeah.
terrible.
It was straight buns.
Still, even now, there's not too much you can do with these cards. Like, it's not the best hand, but
Yeah.
that Overlord card does at least make up for that. Ooh. But
I
yeah,
know.
you see, that isn't gonna compete with a Horrorboros. Oh, got it.
Yeah,
You know,
and
got it 110 too late.
definitely, and I know that Pinon uses Fish Stick as a combo, but I think I really would have loved to see a push with the Fish Stick instead. This is solid though, because the Tentatech can get too special up in there, and he can even push into like the eyes of Mr. Grizz.
Yeah. It'd be an interesting play to see if he does that, but might not end up going for it and instead just uses it as a combo with his
Treylina can get into Pinon's base. Can she follow up? I would love to see if she can.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Not sure though. Pinon's going for this special. I think that he's gonna try to go really offensive after this because he's gonna have 3 special and he's got a 312 in his hand.
Yeah. And Tenor Missiles is an interesting 312 card that I feel like I haven't seen much of in people's decks.
Yep, here's the aggression. Ooh, Pinon's thinking about blocking that little Space Elf. If Pinon attacks, I think it can like interrupt the main base, but Treylina can still combo the end parry with the Octo Bomber. Like Pinon can't really interrupt that. Unless he gets the Dapple in there right now. Oh, they should have clashed the Joes! They should have done that! Ah.
Oh yeah, that could have been a perfect clash, that would have been funny. Oh well. I think... Ooh.
That's a pretty safe move. I think a Dapple in Treylina's base to kill the end parry spot could have been good. Or wait, does the end parry still fit even?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. It might not. I kind of forget what it looks like, to be honest.
There's a lot of cards in this.
Yeah, I think Pinon already ruined it. I think like it's 4 across, so it won't fit now. But Pinon's kind of bricked. Probably just gonna have to pass. There's the nozzle nose left to draw. I don't know which one, but I think that'll fit.
Pinon has like a really wacky deck with a lot of cards that you don't see a whole lot. Like, for example, like Fish Stick. I don't see a whole lot of that.
Yeah. I said before, I was like, why does Pinon love Fish Stick so much? I don't like the card myself. But you know, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, see, the beauty of Tabletop is that you're able to make a lot of things work if you just find what combos with what.
Yeah, the Empire didn't fit. I remembered too late that it was 4 across, so that Pinon had already killed the spot.
Yeah.
It's crazy, you forget what cards look like when you don't play this game anymore. Just looking for a Horrorboros spot. There's some room on the left, but it might be better to play the Joe instead.
Yeah.
Not really sure, but Treylina's got a pretty sizable lead. It's going to be hard to win even with a really good Joe spot.
Yeah. I can't imagine Trey's gonna play anything other than 312, but even then that might not the Joe might not be enough to beat it. Yeah, splash color screen.
Yeah, and that's a really solid splatter color screen.
Yeah, no, it was not enough. And Trey wins the first
streak.
round. Yeah,
that win streak's just growing.
Yeah. Trey is killing it today. Let's see if they can keep up that momentum into game 2. We'll see where we go this time.
Will it be River Drift?
Hopefully not River Drift. Yeah, Double Gemini, that's way cooler. I don't necessarily have a problem with River Drift, it's just once everyone chooses it all the time, it just gets kind of boring. But I get why everyone chooses it all the time.
I'm getting flashbacks of that game earlier. Oh, if only she had the Joe opening. I'm like actually getting flashbacks of her using that Mr. Grizz against Callie like that.
That's a pretty nice fry fit there.
Clashes
but
with
the
the
Overlord is right through it. But then again, Pinon also has access to the upper half, so...
Yeah, and Pinon also gets a special space out of that clash.
We're about tied right now, I'd say.
Both players going kind of aggressive into each other's base. Pinon actually gets the correct Tent Umbrella to combo with that Callie, but the spot gets turned into a Burst Bomb spot.
Yeah.
And like none of that activated. You got the card, but
it's a shame.
And the Treylina's big man was very disruptive to Pinon's quote-unquote base.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's nice.
See,
that feels good.
That is a nice spot.
Yeah, that works really well against the Grizz.
It's really nice just how snugly some of the cards in this game fit together.
Right? It's like they were made to just be put together.
Yeah. It's almost it's almost how the game's designed.
Splash-O-Matic's a good play, it just gets the special. It's one of those cards that you often see on this map that just kind of push up into the diagonal spots to activate. Ooh, it would have been nice if they clashed.
Yeah. There was no feasible way that it could have clashed with that, though.
I'm itching for perfect clashes with them.
Yeah.
Like that one that the Joe won from the River Drift game. I just want to see the gray spots.
Yeah. We see a perfect clash and we go crazy.
Of course. We'll both just start screaming. But not really anywhere Pinon can play this slosher to get special. It can be played just for some turf, but I don't really know if turf is what's needed right now.
Oh?
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that was a
that
bit
works in
unexpected.
Pinon's favor, yeah.
Yeah, actually did quite work in his favor. It was also worked in Treylina's favor, but
Now not really having anything to play. Yeah, just gonna go for that pass. I think that might be the move. And, you know, we'll see if Trey has any cards she can place right now. I kind of doubt it. Yeah, there's a pass from her as well.
yeah. Both pretty stuck right now.
I see what Pinon's doing. That'll still let him play both 312s, but the point swing I don't really think is that much of a difference. When he can also just play it up in like the top of Treylina's base for just the flat 6 points.
Still, it's a pretty good.
It's a tied game though.
Yeah, it makes them both equal in points, just not equal in special.
Ooh, that's a satisfying Tenta Missile.
Ooh.
That's really good. That's 11 spaces.
Yeah.
That's going to be really crucial, I think.
I wonder what special Treylina's going to play, because they have a lot of special right now. It would be a shame if it went to waste. If they didn't have, like, a really big card to use.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see a big card and then a 312 from her if she can manage to, you know, play both.
Based on how long she's taken, though, I think the...
Ooh, Steelhead. Pinon has a small lead. It's gonna come down to this.
Yeah. I can't imagine Trey's gonna... I think Trey's gonna use a 312 here as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So, be interesting to see which one, though. Probably Zipcaster, knowing Treylina.
Yep. Yeah, I was saying before, we know she really likes Zipcaster. It's a pretty good card.
Oh, Inkvac.
Inkvac. Ooh, and that's a good spot for it too.
Yeah, that is a good spot. Not good enough to win the game, though.
And Pinon takes that crown off of her head. No more 7-win streak. Well, it was 6, but it would have been 7.
Yeah. A pretty good game, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one to watch.
Like, it was really, really close. Like, I think if, like, some card just, like, slightly moved position or whatnot, like, in the final 10, either one could have won.
Yeah. But, you know, it's hard to find the best possible spot in just 50 seconds. There's so much to think about, you know?
Yeah, the time limit in this game is definitely a big definitely stops a lot of more in depth.
Yeah.
Timer definitely makes it hard to think.
Your biggest opponents in Tableturf are RNG and the timer. Ooh,
yeah.
They're going to box seats.
Box seats again. Interesting. More box seats.
Box seats is kind of a fan favorite among a lot of the high-level players. Just because you both get up in each other's faces, and the map kind of conceptually is like just punching each other in the face.
Yeah, I like box seats as well. Ooh. Like we said before, it's a really tiny little map, and it definitely gets quite a different game from what you'd see on other maps.
Yeah, there's so much more improvisation, and and just kind of being like, not necessarily like reckless, but like kind of reckless with your specials. Like it's just like go random everything go.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot less focus on base building in this because I mean, what area is there to really call your base in bug seeds? Because the opponent can really reach it quite easily.
Both players.
So you can just play cards anywhere.
Yeah, both of them are contesting what little space is left. Trey went for a nice block, but Pinon was able to kind of just squeeze past her.
Ooh.
Now they're just kind of clashing. They're
too special.
Ooh, this octopod feels nice. I like that.
Yeah, it's satisfying.
And there's still some room for the order dualies.
Yeah.
But if Pinon plays that, it'll give Treylina a special.
Yeah. There is room for the dualies, but I don't think it would give... Oh wait, no, it would give Pinon another...
Yeah, it'll give them both one.
It will activate that little special block in the corner, but it won't activate the one that's on the card itself.
Ooh, and good call not going for the dually spot, because now I think this Octo Stamp's in a lot better play.
Yeah. You really want to avoid giving your opponent special if you can help it.
I think it's not as detrimental on this map since they're likely to get it anyway, but also just specialing too early gives them more room to paint over you.
Trey's definitely taking their time here.
Yeah, I wonder if she's gonna start specialing, or if, because I don't think she has anything to really play, but I guess she does.
Ooh, nearly ran out of time. Ooh, a nice little clash as well.
And a nice little auto bomb spot.
Unfortunately, I don't think either of them have that card.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, choosing to... Would that even fit? Well, actually no, it wouldn't let them play it if it didn't fit, but is it beneficial is the question, actually. It's cool that Joe would look there. I don't think it would take up as much space as 6 special points really should. This Splat Charger might have a good spot. Yeah, that there. That's a decent spot.
Looking for a nice little spot for these order dualies. I think they're pretty good on this map because you know, it's a 2-cost special for 6, which is everything else is like 3 special for 6. So it's just really good for attacking.
Yeah. It's pretty cheap.
I'm curious where that Joe fits. Because it's playable, I think, right?
Earlier. I think we saw the spot earlier, just it's not really all that beneficial. I think it was like, I think Pinon could only play it from like the middle and it wouldn't take up much space.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't do much, but I don't know.
Trey has so much special here.
Right.
But I think Trey has too much special here actually, because There is
Yeah.
no way that they're going to be able to use 10 special points in 2 turns to the fullest.
Oh, but a flutter fits. And that's a really strong flutter.
Ooh, that is a pretty strong flutter.
That was good, because I was just thinking, like, it's kind of hard to special big cards here a lot of the time, but Trey found a really nice spot for that.
Yeah,
Like-
that was a really nice spot, actually. It'll
Like
be
that
hard to come
Inkvac.
back from that.
Yeah, that Inkvac can't do enough to really turn it back, because Trey obviously had a move.
Yep. Trey takes game 3 with a pretty big point lead there. Again, that Gorilla special there carried a lot of that victory.
Yeah, that was a really good move.
I wasn't expecting that either. Gorilla is another card you don't really see a whole lot because it's really hard to work with because they're just because the little gaps inside of it just you have to. I can't really think of much off the top of my head that would fit into it. I'm sure there's something, but it has.
It's like,
but it's probably like really niche.
it's like wipers and like suction bomb, fizzy bomb, things like that.
Yeah.
And in a way, the Fry 2 can like fill in some of that E, but I like just calling Griller E because it looks like an E at certain points when you turn it.
Yeah. Oh, let's see where they go next game. Will it be River Drift again? I sure hope not. Well, Square Squared, my favourite map in this game.
This map's fun.
Yeah.
It's
not
big box
tiny
seats.
like yeah, it's not tiny like big box seats, but it has a lot of the same sort of philosophy of like there's not much base building to be had here because you can like use the corners and whatnot a lot more to get to what would be to the base.
Yeah, I think this map really shines with like a lot of 2-card combos.
Yeah, it does.
That Dynamo does a nice job of kind of blocking off the Joe.
Yeah. It's more disruptive than it looks.
Because now Treylina can either push into the corner or try to go around the bottom of the Dynamo. But Pinon's gonna push through if she does that.
Yep.
Very likely. Like, it might not happen, but I don't know if she'd need to play defensively to stop that. And I'm not sure if that would be the move.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, she goes right through it. Doesn't activate the Mudmouth, which is good. And now, I don't think Pinon has Octopod, so it's gonna be hard to activate that Mudmouth special.
Yeah, it's good for Trey, but not good for Pinon in this case.
And Trey definitely anticipated Pinon trying to get into her base, playing that Shelly Donnie very defensively.
Yeah. That's a nice pencil spot, actually.
Yeah.
That's a really good pencil spot.
Sniper Rider's a weird card.
Yeah, you'd think it gets like you'd think it would get like as much use as say like E-liter or Splat Charger, but like the weird little bits at the edges just make it really hard to work with, and so you don't see a lot of it.
And like the way the like nubs are oriented is like it's like both the regular charger and the E-liter at the same time. But on opposite sides.
It's also 3 wide compared to
Yeah.
the other chargers. Like Splatterscope is 3 wide, and you hardly see any of that unless it's to combo with normal charger. But to be honest,
Mhm.
that's not really that much of a combo you see anyway.
Yeah.
I say that, and then Trey
Pulls it out.
uses the Ely scoped, but
Yeah.
still. I think that's the thing with tabletop is not really bad cards. It's more so just niche cards because
Yeah.
you can practically make anything work as long as you find what combos with it.
But there's definitely like some cards that just work better than others.
Yeah, there definitely is. There's definitely, it'd be wrong to say there are cards that are more useful than others, but
Yeah.
it'd also be wrong to say that every single that some cards don't have any use.
Mhm. Kind of an odd position for Pinon. Not really too much to do right now.
Trey only has 2 special points, and Pinon has 4 right now, but that could easily change because they still have a few turns to get special and such.
And Treylina has a really safe little Judd spot in her corner, like by the start. Yep, there it is. It would be funny if she had Tentacook, but I kind of doubt it. You don't see that card that often.
I don't even know what that card is.
It's like a square and then like either like a Swat Bomb attached to the square.
Oh, I see.
That
Also, that was a pretty
Celio
clutch
got
spot there.
destroyed, yeah. But Pinon has a lot of options.
Yeah, they do, especially with the massive amount of special points available to them.
Yeah, I don't think he used one of his 312, so no, he just has one, I think. I just barely got a glimpse of the deck, and I think I only saw one.
Yep.
But I mean, this Fry is really nice. Easy passer using the Suction Bomb next turn. I mean, the Suction. There's no reason to passive. You can even special the Suction, the Munmouth. There's plenty of options.
Yeah. I wonder what Treylina's up to.
Yeah.
They really don't have a lot of Tenta missiles again.
Nice Tenta.
Yeah, that was a pretty good Tenta missile spot.
This is really close though. I don't know who's gonna win. It just depends who gets the better spot.
Yeah, a 1-point difference, that's practically a draw.
And I'm not really sure if Pinon has a good spot for this Infect. That one's not bad, but
that's probably it's not, it's just alright, and that's probably the best spot, which
that's a better one, I think. But
yeah,
it gets kind of scary. Like sometimes you're so close and you just can't really find a spot. And that splatter color screen is really strong.
Ooh.
Oh, but Pinon still pulls out the win.
Pinon wins by 2 points. 2 points. Clearly that Inkvac was a lot stronger than Treylina's splatter color screen.
Yeah, that was kind of unexpected. The splatter color screen often wins, but
Yeah. That was definitely quite unexpected, actually. Like, to be fair, though, it was really close. Like I said, 1 point difference. Again, that's practically a draw. It could have gone either way. Really close set so far.
yep. And now they're 2-2, so this is gonna be the game that decides third place.
Yep. Mask Mansion. Interesting.
Mask Mansion. Odd map. I'm not so sure how I feel about it.
Yeah, is a weird map for sure.
Yeah. For me personally, I think it's kind of difficult. Maybe I just don't really know how to deck build for it well.
Yeah.
Coming out with Harmony and the Krusty Sean, Pinon's going to be able to follow up with Cypher.
Cypher is pretty much a necessity to run on this. Map.
He's interesting, but I think with when Joe came out, I feel like that kind of became more of the like ideal. Like,
yeah.
Cypher's pretty good, I think, but I don't know. I feel like it's not as good as maybe it is on first glance, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
A couple spots for that Joe. Not ideal, but it'll work.
Yeah, it'll work. I'll still give Pinon 17 points as well.
Nice little Moz combo. I didn't know about that one, I don't think. With the Krusty Sean.
Ooh. It's always satisfying to see a combo that you don't know.
Oh, definitely. And Pinon playing Hydra like this sets up that wonderful Curling Bomb spot. Love Curling Bomb, it's a goated card. Interesting Zeko.
I like the despite the bombs having like big explosion radiuses and such, the bombs are just some of the tiniest cards in the game.
Yeah. They're all just like these tiny little things.
Yeah. Bombs for a different Curling Bomb spot, but it's actually better because it gives them 2 special instead of 1. There is still a lot of space on this map that's yet to be played. Like, the entire left area is still pretty much unused.
But I guess neither of them can really get into that spot.
Yeah.
Not too many more moves left for Pinon.
Yeah,
he's definitely waiting for the little Judd. Oop, and Trey finally claims that left. That's no man's land for them now.
But at least Pinon got their little Judd.
Yeah. That's a nice little setup with the Splat Charger.
Yeah, Pinon doesn't have a whole lot they can do here.
Yeah. Pinon has the lead though by 13 points, which is pretty nice for right now. He can really only play that Octo Stamp though, I think.
Yeah, but that point lead will at least give them like a little bit of headway to
Yeah.
pass 2 of so turns.
Yeah. Ooh, do you see that Steelio spot over on the right? I know Pinon doesn't have it in his deck,
Ooh.
but that looks nice.
Yeah, it does.
Activated my neurons when I saw that. Both players opting to
Ooh, they
pass.
both pass.
They're kind
Interesting.
of almost even in special. It's a 1 special point difference, but Pinon does still have that 13-point lead.
Yeah.
I don't dislike... Well, actually, no. I do kind of like this play because there's not really many places for Pinon to attack. So
Yeah.
actually, yeah, I was going to say that this might be, like, not necessarily the greatest, but he definitely needs someone to attack from.
Yeah, this map definitely doesn't, because of the permanent grey spots all over the map, it's kind of hard to find good attacking places.
Yeah. And Pinon's gonna have to do the triple splashdown now and then use the Octo Stamp on turn 12, but there's a massive point difference. Treylina can play some big cards, but I'm not sure if it'll be enough for her. And it's not impossible. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know the math. I don't want to do this in my head, but I don't know. I think it'd be very hard for Treylina to pull out a win right now.
Yeah.
We'll just have to see, you know, if she has like any 5-cost cards that can do the job.
Yeah, I do think if Treylina plays like a really big special here, they might be able to take it back, but I don't think that's what they're gonna play. Yeah, in fact.
Yep.
That could be enough, but
I'm not sure. Nah, not at all.
yeah, no, it's not. And Pinon wins, loses finals.
Congratulations, Treylina, on 3rd place. That was a really good run. It was really great to see you play today.
Yeah, both players were